Hey everyone, how's it going? Atomic Flux here, and welcome back to my channel. Pretty much like, share a vlog that I'm going to do about, getting better at fighting games, in 2021. So, getting better and improve and whatsoever. So, the reason why that I wanted, did I just chip an L or something? So anyways, so what I was saying is this. So like I just thought that I'll go ahead and just like, give y'all like advices, tips and tricks and everything by, improving on a fighting game that you want to, be better on. And also what will help to improve your skills. Well guys, let me explain.
Please explain.
So like the thing is though, the reason why it makes me wanna like make this video because I got tons of questions from a lot of people, including some of my friends as well. Like, how I'm so good at Tekken and Soul Calibur in this game and that game. Oh, how you're able to like know what frames and like when it's right time to counter your opponent and punish whatsoever and stuff. Okay, so the question is easy. Just practice. Oh my god. Um, so the thing is, so like so getting better at the fighting game and whatsoever and stuff, like you do want to make time, to like like to practice like every day, every week, and it's just like any sports and whatsoever. Like how you see like a bunch of like basketball players, will be spending like a lot of times practicing perfect shots and whatsoever. So it's pretty much like that, on a fighting game and whatsoever. That you want to like keep practicing your like your moves and your combos and whatsoever, your punishes and executions and stuff. Like those are the main tips and stuff. So just remember, it's practice all the characters' move set, your combos, punishes and executions. Okay, so those are the main tips that you wanted to keep that in mind, and also to like put that in practice and whatsoever. So most likely that on any fighting game or whatsoever, you do want to like learn all the characters' move sets and stuff, and you also want to like work on the combos, and you also want to like pretty much like you pretty much want to know like what moves that you can use like to punish and the countering and whatsoever and stuff. So when it comes with Tekken, so it is pretty much important to know all the characters' movesets, and you also want it. Like you also wanted to know, like when your opponent does a certain move that you can like punish them out of it or whatsoever, and you can also like know like what moves that you can do to counter after they do a move that it's punishable. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to like competitive wise, you do want to take my advices by by practicing the moves, the combos, and your punishes and stuff. So so when you do find against like an actual player, who's also good at the game and whatsoever and stuff, so it's really not all about like learning the characters like moves and stuff, when it comes to like competitive wise, and if you compete in tournaments or you're like doing like an actual competitive like local play and whatsoever, you do want to study your that person's play style and stuff. If like if this player like to jump a lot, like to pressure a lot of buttons, being a bit too aggressive whatsoever and stuff, and who would like to grab a lot and this and that. So like you do want to like pretty much strategize like how you can like what you would do to like to use it against them, for those who like the jump, or who is like so like aggressive and whatsoever, and they like to do that same move a lot over and over again and whatsoever. So it's all about like studying people's play styles and stuff. So believe me, guys, you know, it's really not that hard whatsoever, you know, and not only that. So I also got like, well, I've seen myself. So I do see some people, you know, who will like whine and complain, like, oh, like that fighting game is so hard. Like, oh, I want to find like the easiest way to get better or and to win. And I just like, you know, sit there and just kind of look at them, and I'm just like, boy, if you don't. So that's just pretty much like, you know, people's problem and stuff. You know, like like their problem is like, you know, they're just too lazy to like, you know, try to take time and, you know, trying to learn the game, like learn the game, and also trying to learn the character that they want to get good with and whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So my thing is this though, like people need to get into their thick skull and whatsoever. Like, you know, there really is no easy way to like, you know, get good at something you want to get good at and whatsoever.
That's what I'm saying.
We all know all that takes work. All that takes work and effort, you know, to get good at something that you want to get good with and whatsoever and stuff. Okay, I mean, you know, pretty much like, you know, for a regular job and whatsoever, you know, like things. So like, you know, if you let's just say you want to get promoted and whatsoever, you want to get promoted as a manager, or you want to get promoted as like whatever it is that you work at and whatsoever, it's not gonna just come to you. You just gotta work for it. You just gotta work for it, and you just gotta like, you know, show, you know, your boss like, you know, effort, and it just you know, it just keep, you know, working hard and stuff, you know, to like, you know, to get that promotion and stuff. Okay, you know, pretty much same thing, you know, on online battles and stuff. You know, if you want to get promoted to Tekken God and stuff, you know, we like, it's all about like, you know, it's not just all about winning and whatsoever and stuff. You know, it's pretty much like, you know, you putting your heart into the battle and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, this right here is like a really good speech that I'm just giving out and stuff. You know, so most likely, you know, hopefully that, you know, I'm, you know, and I'll be giving out good tips so far and whatsoever and stuff, you know. So the thing is though, like, yeah, most like casual players, you know, will always like, you know, whine and complain about like, you know, oh my god, how I'm
Losing like this, and I'm like, man, like, you know, I want an easy way to win, and I just wanna like, I just want to get good, but how am I going to get good and whatsoever?
I mean, like I said, okay, you know, just freaking like take time to practice with the game and stuff, okay? And believe me, like once you just keep doing that, like, you know, almost every day and every week and whatsoever, you'll see the difference, and like you'll pretty much will improve. Now the thing is though, is this, like, not just, you know, doing training mode, you do want to, you know, fight against like, you know, other players who already know how to play the game, excuse me, and who actually like, you know, really good at the game as well and everything. So that also like help improve your skills. I mean, yeah, you may like, you know, lose a couple of times and whatsoever and stuff, but just keep in mind though, like at least it helps you like, you know, improve your skills and stuff, you know. So even though a lot of people don't see it that way and whatsoever, they want to get mad so quickly and stuff, and how so funny though, like, you know, when they get very lucky and they beat you whatsoever and stuff, they want to hurry up, drop the controller, and then run off and whatsoever, you know. And they want to start being like, you know, cocky and whatsoever and stuff. They want to like be cocky, feel so good about themselves and whatsoever and stuff, which is like pretty weird. But overall though, I mean, but still. So, it's just my thing is that, you know, like I remember like, you know, there's like a couple of like casual people, you know, want to play me in fighting games and stuff, and you know, and also some of those, you know, who subscribe to my YouTube channel and they end up like, you know, watching my gameplays and whatsoever and stuff. So it's just really funny, like, you know, the couple times where I beat them, you know, they won't be super salty about it, and not only that, like they'll like, you know, bitch and whine and complain and stuff, you know. So I just kind of looked at them and I was like, well, if you're really serious and getting better at you know, at this game and stuff, like, you know, at Tekken, Soul Calibur, Mortal Kombat, Super Smash Bros, or freaking Street Fighter, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, instead of you just sit there and complain about it, how about you just take time to practice and stuff, like, you know, like anyone else does if they want to, you know, improve in that game. So when I tell them that, like, even though majority will take my advice, but kind of at the same time though, they want to get a fucking attitude and stuff, like when I tell them that. So I was like, I don't understand why some people, will, do that shit, especially when they know that you're right and whatsoever. And but the problem is like they don't want to fucking do it. So they don't want to do it, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what else to tell you. If you don't want to freaking do it, then I'm like, that's on you. That's your loss and whatsoever. But I don't want to keep hearing like, all that whining, like, oh, how I keep losing and what I have to do is like to improve my skill and whatsoever. So my thing is just though, like if you just keep playing with the best and whatsoever, trust me, like you will be improved. Like your skills will definitely improve and whatsoever. It takes time. It's not gonna just like come at you with snap of the finger or whatsoever and stuff. Just remember it does take time, okay? Like, come on. So even though that Tekken and Soul Calibur is my game and whatsoever, but I will play other fighting games as well and stuff. I mean, the thing is though, like as a competitive player, I'm not gonna just like stick with just one or two games and whatsoever and stuff. You do want to learn other fighting games as well, okay? So the thing is though, like even though that I got most people, will look at my channel and they will see like different competitive gameplays with other games and stuff. So like they'll just like say like how can you be good in multiple fighting games like that and whatsoever, and like like you're more of a Tekken player and you're more of a Soul Calibur player and stuff. You're more of the 3D fighter, so how can you be good with some 2D fighters and stuff? Like I said, the thing is though, like like I've been telling everybody else and stuff, I would take the time to practice like other fighting games as well. I practice other fighting games as well, and I will like learn the game. I will practice with the characters, and I'll definitely we're practicing like the counters and the punishes and whatsoever and stuff. So like I said, those are like really important and stuff. Like even though I will play those games like casual competitive whatsoever, even though at the same time I did thought about like testing my skills with other players who plays it faithfully. But overall though, yeah, I know that Tekken and Soul Calibur is mainly my game, and I know majority I've been focusing on that and whatsoever. But like I said though, I would take time to practice other fighting games as well. It's not just two games. Because honestly though, it would be it's true. Like it can be really boring if you just want to stick with like just one game or whatsoever and stuff. So the thing is though, like take example like like Nee, who is a pro Tekken player and whatsoever. So I know mainly that in his channel he majority just do a bunch of like Tekken gameplays on his video whatsoever. Now the thing is though, I know he does play some other games as well. There's a couple times that he'll like he'll play like KOF All Stars, the mobile game. I never seen him play any other games and whatsoever, but I know it's just mainly Tekken. Same thing with other Korean Tekken Pro players as well and everything. It's just all about Tekken to them and stuff. Too whatsoever. I also will get some complaints about like Sonic Fox and whatsoever and stuff. Like how Sonic Fox is very good at multiple fighting games and whatsoever and shit. So I'm like, okay, something like yeah, Sonic Fox. I mean, he's just very good at fighting games, like for real and whatsoever and stuff. So you got some people, who will start, competing in tournaments, and how they'll be all like scared and kind of petrified just because you're going against a pro player. Now, let me tell you this. So, like now the word pro is just a title, okay? Like the thing is, so like I look loud now. I used to be nervous when I be going against like Street Fighter Pro players and stuff. Yeah, for those who doesn't know, I used to compete for Street Fighter 5 a lot and stuff. So yeah, and then I moved on to 3D fighters. So like yeah, I used to be pretty nervous and kind of shaky whatsoever. Now, even though that I that I been there before and whatsoever, but then I started to realize I was like the word pro is just a title. Like just because like they're considered as pro players doesn't mean that they're unbeatable. Seriously, like they're not. And that's why I've been telling people, like, don't let that nerve get to you whatsoever. Now, when you first compete in a tournament, now just keep in mind though that you're not going to win your first tournament. I mean, like, you're not. But if you just keep competing and stuff, you'll definitely, will get all the tournament experience, and also it definitely will help you improve, like, the fighting games as well and stuff. So that's what I had to learn when I started competing in tournaments. So even though that I haven't competed for a while though, because of my schedule of my regular job or whatsoever, so I will compete in online tournaments as much as I can, even though it really does depend on my work schedule and stuff. I mean, because believe me, like being a full-time manager at a retail store can like take up time. But yeah, so like, I just, really like, wish that, I don't have to hear a bunch of like complaints and all that whining and whatsoever, like, how they get mad because like, they're not getting good at a fighting game and they're not getting good, this is that and everything and stuff. So like I said, everybody knows this. Practice does make perfect, and if you're really serious about improving your skills on a fighting game whatsoever, then you just gotta take time to practice. You just gotta like, at least take time to play with someone who knows how to play the game and who's already good at it, will at least help you, improve your skills and stuff. So that way that they will like, let you know, like, what mistakes that you're doing and some pro tips as well, like, when you playing with this character and stuff, this character is good for damaging, this character is good for this and that and whatsoever and stuff. So as long as that you do all that, it like, you will improve your skills at no time whatsoever. Like I said, it will take time. It's not gonna just like, come at you, like, with a snap of a finger like that and stuff. As long as you just keep practicing, like, every day, every week and whatsoever and stuff, then hey, guess what? I mean, like you're becoming like a real competitive player. So most likely though, like, I've been telling most people who wanna, be a competitive player, like, it really is fun, especially if you're real serious on like, competing in tournaments whatsoever. Like that will definitely help you improve your skills a lot as well. And just imagine, like, you travel, you meet new people, make new friends and whatsoever and stuff. And also for those who does Twitch and YouTube, like that can also help, like, promote your content as well. So yeah, it's really fun. Honestly, I miss doing it. I miss doing it and whatsoever. And I know, like, when COVID hits, like, all that been pushed back, and it's been really like hard for like, some players, to compete in major tournaments and stuff. I mean, I know some people. I know some tournaments has been going on and whatsoever, and I know this one little tournament that I did compete for second for. It's still going on as well. I think they still have to, you still have to require a mask while you play whatsoever. But overall though, I decided that, I would just like, share, my tips, of improving the fighting game as well. And also just, at least like, help people out, like, just to practice fighting games that you want to practice on and everything else. But overall though, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. Pretty tired. I just got off work not so long ago whatsoever. But yeah, so hopefully that it all that helps. What I said. And for those who are pretty much casual players whatsoever and stuff, now I'll tell you this. Like, the thing is, if you want to get better at a fighting game and improve whatsoever and stuff, then all I can say is just take the time to learn the game and just practice with your characters, okay? So once you do that whatsoever, then you will be a good competitive player, of course. So the thing is, though, like, if like any can't even talk. Like any like suggestions, or if you need help, to get better at attacking the Soul Calibur whatsoever and stuff, y'all can always hit me up through social media. I promise I will respond back and whatsoever. If y'all want to do some private lessons with me and whatsoever, then just feel free to and everything. So just hit me up like through Instagram and Twitter. You can also hit me up through Snapchat if y'all have me on Snapchat and whatsoever. Um, and and same thing with my Patreon as well. So yes, I promise I will respond back to you as soon as I can, and just like hit me up if y'all wanna have some private lessons with me and stuff. So it's gonna be super fun to have private lessons with you because I'm always willing to help people out as well and everything. And also too guys, you can also like hit me up through Discord as well. I mean I know most of y'all already got me on Discord and stuff. So yeah, just hit me up if y'all want to play, if y'all want to do some private lessons and stuff. I will definitely will help you out. I'm always willing to help out. So anyways, guys, that's pretty much my tip. Like to get better and improve your skills on fighting games like in 2021. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully that y'all enjoy, and also like think of any advices I gave y'all. And I will definitely see y'all next time. Ciao. Couple of highlight videos as well. So if y'all want, you go ahead and click on this side to see some nice highlight videos that I have been doing for the characters and whatsoever. And if you want to see awesome full-on competitive gameplays, you go ahead and click on this side as well. So make a choice. What's going to be highlight or full-on competitive videos? Go ahead and choose. It's waiting for you. Just go ahead and choose. I just love my content, you know what I'm saying? But still, choice is yours. Highlight or competitive. Don't leave it hanging. Highlight or competitive.